Hello, citizens of YouTube land.
Hello.
It's your president and your VP back once again with another episode of Lifetime Movies, a dude's perspective. This time, Season 2. This time it's, wait for it, Pool Boy Nightmare. I am so happy that I watched this, guys.
This is an asylum film, though.
And I can't believe I'm saying this about an asylum film, but I guess it's because it's so hilariously bad. And we're not talking about, like, an asylum film like...
Sharknado.
Well, actually, kind of sort of in the same vein as Sharknado.
What do you mean? Sharknado is better than this movie.
Well, it may be better, but let me explain. You can't deny that Sharknado is full of cheap special effects and pretty bad acting. Let's face facts here. But that's what makes it great.
But you have you have like two actors from 90210.
And my point exactly. Two washed up actors from 90210. Moving on.
Alright, yeah, you know what? Whatever. I need to go get me my monster. I'll be back.
I'm gonna keep talking here. Pool Boy Nightmare.
Oh, there it
is.
Sorry.
A hilariously bad, over the top Lifetime movie done by the Asylum. And like I said, this is actually a gem in many ways. It might go on to be a hidden gem for most people. But just by the title alone, and you know because, well, Asylum, think about it. He just mentioned Sharknado. Title, right? Pool Boy Nightmare. What in the world are you doing?
I'm showing my monster off.
Put your monster away.
No.
So anyways, Pool Boy Nightmare. It starts off with a woman that's in a swimming pool. And... somebody then places like a pool net over her head, right? And keeps dunking her. Now, mind you, this actually looks like it's really easy for her to possibly get away, because let's do it. Yeah, let's think about this for a moment. All she would have had to do to get away was, well, swim underwater.
Yeah, just... Bye!
But... he keeps the unseen figure keeps dunking her and dunking her and dunking her, and then she gets to the edge of the pool because he keeps kind of leading her towards the edge, and then he bashes her head into the pool, and that causes her to, well, lose a tooth, which is going to be important later on.
Yeah.
And she's concussed and she's starting to drown. So the unseen figure then takes said woman and put her in a tub and makes it look like she committed suicide. So we transition to what appears to be, I don't know, like a month later, maybe.
Yeah.
A woman and her daughter have now bought the house.
Yeah.
And they move in. And right away, the woman comes across the pool boy. And he's kneeling there, all kind of creepy like.
Guys, I freaking love the pool boy Land. Adam Land.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta get through this. I gotta explain it.
Okay, but you'll come to love him, and you'll find out
why. So his
why.
name is Adam Lance. And he's kneeling there all creepily like, and the mom comes up and starts a conversation with him.
Hey, what are you doing here? You can't be here. You're trespassing on private property. Oh, I'm a pool boy. I can clean your pool. She's like, my daughter's been saying we need somebody to clean the pool. And he's like, all right, I charge 70. First one's on the house, and after that, I charge 75 a week. And
so this is all on the first day, and he just went through it pretty quickly, the conversation. But
as fast as that actual conversation went.
Pretty much, because we then quickly transition to the ex-husband, and we find out that we find out that she hasn't signed the divorce papers yet as well.
Maybe this is the thing that brings them back together.
We can't have a pool boy nightmare twister. Although
I did crack a Twister
this
joke
plot
during
with a tornado would have made it even more awesome.
the. I did crack a Twister joke during the movie.
But we
didn't
got to
I
get
not?
off of tornadoes.
No, Dad, didn't I not crack
Well,
a
you
Twister
did.
joke?
You did. So anyways, they have this huge argument about how he is going to go drive down the coast with some little young hottie that's like half his age. And the mom thinks it's hypocritical, and we also find out at the same time that it is. We also find out at the same time that the daughter is kind of mad because she feels that the mom drove him away.
Oh, yeah,
and at first the dad is a little bit like a sleazeball. At first the guy is like a little bit like a sleazeball. So then she confides into Adam Lance that she thinks it's hypocritical that a man can date a woman half his age, but a woman can't do the same. And then Adam slyly remarks, "Who says they can't?" And he lays on this like seductive charm. And one thing leads to another, and they end up in bed. And she is immediately all regretful, like, what did I just do? And then she like coldly but firmly tells them that this was a one-time thing and that they can't do this. And then Adam immediately reacts, well, kind of just emotionless, and is like, yeah, I'll see you later. And, okay, it can be over with this. And then,
Yes.
after he leaves the house and he's at home, we find out that this freak already has pictures of said family.
And by the way, it's been like a week.
Less than a week.
Less than a week.
It's been like 2 days.
No, it's been a week.
I will argue it's been like 2 days because things move quickly in this movie. So anyways, he has built a shrine to the mom and has pictures all over.
He starts doing push-ups. He's like, she used me. Two can play at that game.
Then he's doing sit-ups.
He like,
And as he's doing sit-ups, he's like, two can play that game. I'll use her. And he continues
and
to
then,
do
and, then,
sit-ups.
and then he starts shadow boxing the wall.
Yes. Yes, indeed. For no real reason at all, this guy is shadow boxing the wall.
He's like,
So then, he puts his plan into motion. Because the little girl, well, she's not really a little girl.
she's 18.
She's 18.
She doesn't look 18 though.
No. She actually looks like she's 25, which is always the problem in the movies, guys. You know the routine. 30-year-olds playing 18-year-olds, that type of thing. You know what I'm saying. So anyways, she develops a crush on the pool boy. And meanwhile, this is like, boom, instantaneous. I mean, like, immediate. And she confides into her best friend that she's got the hots for Adam. And her best friend immediately Google searches him, or whatever it is that they do in this movie. I'm just going to assume Google.
No, she searches on Facebook, and I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, who the heck even uses Facebook at their age? It'd be more along the lines of like looking them up on Snapchat or Twitter
Or TikTok.
or TikTok, yeah.
But anyways, she finds no results available on Facebook, and, you know, probably did a Google search, and apparently nothing pops up of them other than another rather gross-looking middle-aged man, also named Adam Lance. And she's like, you're just kind of jelly, or something like that. And they have a little bit of an argument about it, but she does tell him, her friend does tell her to like strut her stuff in front of the pool boy in a bikini, basically. And so then, like I said, Adam he launches his plan into action. And he starts putting the moves on the daughter. And the mom immediately understands sort of what's going on here. Not quite, but sort of. She doesn't understand that he's a creepy freaking stalker who will stop at nothing to gain her affection.
Yeah.
Because, and well, I'll get to that later. The reason why. It's pretty mind-blowing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
The reveal.
Yeah.
So, things kind of progress, and the ex-husband has entered back into the picture. And this is...
Oh, yes!
And
Yes! Yes!
They have a Hold on. I know you're dying. Inside.
I know exactly what's happening.
Hold on. Hold on.
I can't hold it. Can I talk about this?
Hold on.
Can I talk about that?
Let me get to it.
Okay.
Okay. So, they have a conversation, the mom and the ex-husband, about Adam and how he's older, and the man's like, where do I find this guy? And she goes, well, when he wasn't looking, I got his address, or rather I convinced. Okay, before that,
Yeah.
there's some things that happen, like that he sends flowers in excess. It's probably like 6 dozen flowers to her office where she's been having troubles because her teenage daughter's rebellious and wants to date this guy. So she's basically told, don't let this happen again or don't come back to work. And she manages to get the address for the flowers. And at the same time, because she has a suspicious feeling about Adam, she finds a tooth at one point. The tooth that was knocked out, you see. And then...
By the way, she has to, like, drain her entire pool, which...
Yeah.
If you don't know...
Because she tries to break him up. So he puts a freaking rat in her pool filter system. So the entire pool is drained. And
by the way, if you don't know, draining
that's
the entire
when the pool man tells her that the lady before her had also hired him and he was doing this pool before, and then he was replaced by a young man, and that there was something more going on between them, you see, establishing a pattern.
Not to mention
And
the fact
then-
that... Hold up, let me interject here real quick. Getting your pool drained is a costly, expensive thing.
It is.
Like, it's $10,000.
But it's California too, son. Remember
so
that.
it's like even double. It's like 15, 20,000.
Yeah, but then he finds a tooth, you see, and as I said, this is important. He gives it to her and says, you lose a tooth? Well, she, because she's had suspicions, has went to the police and asked them to investigate him, and then she provides them with their tooth, you see, and they, but then, we're getting back to the ex-husband here. He
Yes.
pays Adam Lance a visit. Take over.
Okay, so he pays Adam Lance a visit. He's like, all right, you Adam Lance? And he's like, yeah. He's like, can I come
You
inside?
remember me because they met before.
Yeah, you remember me because we met before. He's like, yeah. And he's like, all right, can I come inside and talk to you? And it pans over. We see his creepy little shrine to the mom, and he's like, I'd rather we talk out here. My house is a cluttered mess. And so what then happens next is Adam he basically...
Hold on, you tell it right now.
So they're having this conversation and all that. He's like, you're dating my daughter? He's like, yeah, I am. And he punches Adam in the stomach. And he's like, you can't break us apart. He's like, what's that? He's like, you had your chance and you blew it. And me and I forgot their names now at this point, but he's like, me and her and your daughter will be happily ever after with you out of the picture. He's like, you're sick, son. You need to get some help. He's like, I am not your son.
My father was a bad man. Okay, I'm gonna take over from here.
He's like, my father was a bad man. I am not your son. He starts like freaking out and stuff. He's like,
He goes, go on, hit me.
hit me! I dare you! Hit me! Hit me! Hit me! It's awesome. And he's like, you need to get some help. And he like walks out and he gets in a sexy looking car, and then Adam, me and my dad thought it was another workout routine, but then we then come to later find out he was beating himself in the face and in the stomach and everything because he wanted to convince the daughter that her dad had beaten him, almost beaten him to death. It was great, and me and my dad were just like,
I was rolling on the floor laughing.
He was rolling on the floor laughing. That's how glorious this is. We're just like, yes.
It was so great. Words cannot describe it. You guys have to watch it for yourselves. You do. This particular one, you absolutely must watch for yourselves. So anyways, Becca, who happens to, I do remember her name.
Yeah, Becca.
Becca, who happens to be the best friend of the daughter.
No, that's Jackie. Becca is the daughter.
Yeah, Becca's the daughter. I'm just coming back to me now. Jackie is the best friend. She's doing a little investigating of her own. She gets too close. Adam, in possession of the daughter's phone, he receives a phone call from her to come and meet him, or come and meet her.
Before the scene with the dad.
Yeah, and come and meet her at the house at 11 p.m. because they had a falling out. Because Becca didn't trust that, well, creepo Adam.
Adam is a crazy person.
So they tell her she's been, Adam's been intercepting all these different things that happen. And so she arrives at the house. And she knocks on the door. She gets no answer. She is waiting around outside. Adam pushes her into the pool.
And breaks her leg.
So Becca's pretty much out. At the moment.
It's Jackie.
Yeah, Jackie. I keep mixing them up. I'm sorry, guys. They're somewhat interchangeable as far as personalities go.
Hold on. They're both bland, generic characters who just serve a purpose to be plot pawns of the story.
Yeah. Anyways, so Jackie is out of the picture. Now, Adam is really, really, pissed at the stepdad, or rather the ex-husband, excuse me. And so he's relaxing in his jacuzzi is the ex-husband. And he goes, hun, talking to the, trophy wife at this point. Let's call her what she was, a trophy wife.
Yep.
And he's talking to her, and he says, hun, there's something wrong. It's getting hotter in here. It's burning my skin. And he starts freaking out. So there's another scene where he's in the hospital now.
And Adam poured bleach in the jacuzzi.
Pretty much. It was a calcium substance, so probably bleach. And that's what caused the skin burns. Okay, now all this has been building up. Alright? And there's one last big showdown between the mother and Adam. And they have this big scene where they truly figure out just how crazy he actually is. Now the police are on their way because they matched the thumbprint of Adam with at the scene of the jacuzzi. And this is where the twist comes.
Oh, yes. Adam had apparently murdered his own father, but his mother gave an alibi to what happened, and so the record was sealed and clean because he was 14 and he was a minor, and apparently his mother was also in on it, and apparently they were close.
super close, if you know what I mean.
And apparently
This is
Adam
an example.
has a mother complex, also known as the Oedipus complex.
Yep.
If you know your Greek mythology, he's the dude who's like really in love with his mother.
And the Oedipus complex was actually developed by Sigmund Freud, and I won't get into the exact details of it, but it says that the attraction usually starts at 3 to 6 years old for boys, and maybe it started then with Adam. Who knows? That's not the point. The point is that he had an Oedipus complex, and then I guess when his mom either died or he killed her, Norman Bates style. He's probably down that route, guys. Let's be honest with each other, right?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, because of all that, he developed the attraction to the older women, and when they wouldn't fulfill his desire of them basically becoming his mom, he ends up killing them. And after all this, he's arrested. And that's the biggest disappointment of the movie. It should have ended with the bad guy suffering a horrible, over-the-top death.
Well, remember they had him pinned in the tub.
Yeah.
Where they legitimately had him pinned in the tub, and the mother character, she could have easily like dropped the blow dryer, and he could have gone.
I would have loved to have seen that. It would have been awesome, but unfortunately we didn't get that. And so, after all of that, guys, that's what kind of knocks it down.
Probably because
for
of
me.
California state law, she probably would have gone to prison.
At first, this movie started out pretty bad, and you're like, oh, what am I watching? But then it ramps up very quickly, and that's to the film's... stop this!
Yeah.
And that's to the film's credit. But after all that, though, it ends pretty disappointingly. And as a result, although I enjoyed the film very, very much, it only gets a 3 out of 5 for me. What say you?
2 3/4 out of 5.
Like I said, it's a pretty fun thrill ride, but it's got a very dissatisfying conclusion.
Mm-hmm.
However, having said all that, if you think that Pool Boy Nightmare is the worst Lifetime movie that has ever existed,
Or greatest,
that's your opinion. But just remember, we're just two idiots with a cell phone camera. Our opinions do not matter, except they actually do, because we have a YouTube show, except they actually don't. So guys,
excuse me.
having said all that, we're probably going to do a Scooby-Doo or a Tom and Jerry.
It's Alien Invaders, guys.
Yeah, so expect that one for the next review, and it's going to be an I Love This Movie, so we're back to that. And we're also going to get Walker out later this week. So
I don't think Walker is going to be coming out anytime soon, I don't think.
Well, if it does, it does. Just expect new content on Saturday, pretty much, because that's my next day off when we can do some things. His next day off as well. So that's when you'll see us again, guys. So, yeah.
Oh, and you may be seeing me for the first time in something, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, we might throw a little something super duper for you guys.
Alright,
Anyways,
now with that being said,
only one thing left to say, and that is...
peace and love from Denny and Son.
Bye.